baby? Y'all doing all right?
There he is.
Hey, what's up, baby? Baby.
What's up, man?
We're doing good. How about yourself?
Deontay, first question for you. You mentioned your last 3 years are going to be legendary, or your next 3 years before you retire. What fights need to happen to make sure you're not only going down as a Hall of Famer, which most people think you are, but as maybe a top 10 heavyweight?
Well, for me, I want all the top, the champions, the number one contenders, you know what I mean? All those at the top. So it's not really in any particular order, you know what I mean? And that's what I'm going with, you know what I mean? So all the best at the top. You know, I'm not going to stop. I'm picking up where I left off at, you know what I'm saying? And I'm continuing to go along with that. You know, 2 to 3 fights a year. I preferably have 3. I only have 3 years left, guys, and those 3 years are going to go by super fast. So with that being said, I don't want to waste any time. I don't want to waste my time nor the fans' time. So long live the heavyweight division.
Deontay, granted, you said you only have 3 years left, and you want to fight the top guys like you've always been doing, but people always want to hear like a name, you know? Like, who are some of the guys where you're just like, if I end my career, I'll be a little unsatisfied if I didn't fight this guy, like a Joshua or anybody else? Who are just a few guys?
Joshua's definitely in there. I mean, whoever you can name is in there. I mean, I'm sure you got your list, and they probably up in there as well. I can name a lot of names, you know, but it's a lot of people that agree and disagree. So, you know, you got the Uzi, you got the Ruiz, you got the Joshua. Those are the top 3 guys that people really want to see. Especially Joshua is the number 1 fight in the world for me. Me and him. That's and that goes off of everywhere I go. I hear people, me and Joshua, and that's the number 1 fight for them as well. For them. So, with that being said, you know, if that's the number 1 fight in the world for me to have, that's what I want.
Tell us about anything unique you did in preparation for this fight coming up.
We just went back to the basics of the thing. We went back to having fun and doing things that what got me here. You know what I mean? It's come Saturday night. I don't want people to think that I found a new style or anything like that. Just going back to the basics of things, you know, and having fun while doing it. I'm tired of this phase of my career is being having fun. You know what I mean? I'm soaking in my happiness and my peace, and it's all about fun. What comes my way comes. What's not, don't. It's just like what I can control, I'm gonna control, and what I can't handle, then hey, God be with
Your head's right, isn't it?
I'm always good. I'm always good. I'm on top of the game.
Marcus Hayes, FightHype TV. Deontay, we've seen. You said that you don't have a new style or anything, but we've seen what looks like some really strong footwork from you. Mm-hmm. How important is that footwork going to be for you going forward here?
Football is going to be very important. I mean, if you go back to the first fight of Stavern, I displayed a lot of movement. You know what I mean? We was agile, mobile, and hostile. And just going back to that, being agile, mobile, and hostile. You can go through your career for so long, changing up different things, fighting different guys all over the world. You pick up certain things. You know, you get rid of certain things. So just going back to the basic of things.
Hey, Jim, you fought in the UK before. You just mentioned Anthony Joshua. What does it matter if you fought him here in the States or in the UK, or do you want to fight him in the UK? You've been there before. You have.
I want to go to Africa for that one. You know what I mean, that's what I want to go. I want to go to Africa for that one, and solely Africa. You know what I mean? And I think that'll be a good one. You know, we both have roots from there, and you know, it haven't been a fight there in a long time. I think the last one was Lennox Lewis and Rockman. Correct.
Do you have an idea of what country you would want to do it in Africa?
Hey, you know, Nigeria, Ghana, Kenya. I mean, either one of those places. You know, it'll be a good fight for. I mean, just going back to the continent. You know, and being on the motherland, placing feet on the soil of there. So, you know, I don't have a preference of which state to be in the continent of Africa. You know, as long as we're there.
And I'm sure the fans would love to see you in Africa, but we already know the fans love you here in Brooklyn. What's it like to return to Barclays Center?
Man, it's an amazing feeling. You know, it's like a second home to me. When I set grounds here, I can feel the energy. You know what I mean? I can feel the excitement and the power of it. You know, look, some of my most dramatic and exciting knockouts have occurred here, right here in this facility. So I'm looking forward to continuing that and building on to my legacy.
Deontay, you have a crazy right hand, but you know there's a guy in Joe Joyce who seems like he has the best chin like ever. He takes everybody's shot. Do you ever kind of think about like a fight with him and say, hey, I wonder if you can take my shot?
I don't ever think that wonder who can take the shot or whatever. I mean, it's unhealthy to take shots anyway. You know what I mean? I always tell people we risk our lives for you guys' entertainment, and it's not cool to take punches anyway. So with that being said, I'm not looking to see who can take any punches. I just want a great challenge, you know. And if Joe Joyce is the one up there as well for a great challenge, then so be him as well.
Hey, Champ, Usyk is going to be here ringside. He said he wanted to be ringside. He said he wanted this fight next. Right. Is there any conversation? Have you had any conversation with Usyk?
I haven't had any conversation with him. You know, I'm on the outside looking in. I didn't ask certain people that I know that's been around him and certain people that's close to me if he's a man of his word. And certain people have validated yes. So I'm looking forward to him being a man of his word. I know the last champion that came to one of my fights and said they was willing to give me the fight was Joe Parker. And after having a devastating knockout, he turned the other way. So we'll see what happens. You know what I mean? The excitement is back. You know, I'm back, and long live the heavyweight division.